Okay, so this is going to be a super quick video on how to replace this corner light right here and how to replace this lower marker light on a 1990 Honda Accord. I know it's a little bit different for the other years, but you can see this one right here is cracked and this one is missing the outer lens. So I went to a junkyard a while ago and got the actual lenses and everything, and it's super easy to do. So there's one screw right here. You take that screw out, and then the two prongs in the back, you just pop it off and pop the new one in. Let me show you guys real quick. Okay, so here it is right here. Pop that right there. For those who don't know, this car has been sitting in our backyard for about maybe 10 years now. And I kind of want to turn it into like a mini budget track day car. So even though it's an automatic, I'm going to fix it up, do some basic mods to the motor, maybe a header. Definitely going to need a valve cover gasket, figure out why the starter is grinding on the flywheel, and a couple other small things. And take it out. I want to make incremental improvements to this vehicle to see what's going to make it the best track day car for the minimum amount of money. So there's that right there. You can see here the little tabs I was speaking of. We take lights off right there. There. There's the old housing, and here's the junkyard new housing. So you can see it's definitely much less weather eroded, and it should actually make a huge difference to the overall look of the vehicle. So unplug the lights back in and slide it back in. Okay, so there's the new one on. Oddly enough, this section fits in right, nice and smooth, but over here you can see a fairly large gap. That wasn't present in the other one, so I'm not too sure why that is. But it's in. It looks like it should be fine, so I'm going to leave it the way it is. Next is the bottom ones. Okay, so now I'm going to be doing the bumper light right here. You can see the one on the vehicle is kind of cracked up and scratched. That one over there is in much worse shape. But I'm going to do this one first. So compared to most other vehicles, this one is super easy to get to. All you need to do is take the screw out of right there, and it should come sliding right out. So let's try that. Now, one thing I should mention, it might be different for different model years of this car. So once the screw is out, what you do is you go from here, you push the light over to the side a little bit, and then it just pops right out. Nice and simple. Just like that. Next is to take this bulb out, whichever way that is, there you go, and to pop the new one in. You can see just how badly cracked and hazed that one was compared with the junkyard part, which is in much better shape. They do look a little different though. Now to put it in, it's exactly the opposite. So you pop the bulb in there, just like so. You twist it in. Twist it in. Offer it up to the car. I'll line it up right over here with the clip, right there, just like there. Just like that, you'll see a little notch in the car. Right there. Pop that in. And now it's ready to be screwed in. One quick piece of advice. If you're screwing it in and it feels like it's just going in forever and it's not actually screwing in anything, you want to check right over here. There should be like a little nutsert. It looks like this. What can happen is a lot of times it can actually come off and then it won't actually screw in. So look around on the ground and see if you have it. So now I'm over on this side again. It's going to be the same process as earlier. So remove the screw that's right over here. Slide the whole light assembly that way, and then it'll just slide right out. So here's a quick comparison. The bottom one is the old one, the top one is the new junkyard part. It's not perfect, but it's definitely a lot less damage than the old one, and I'm good with that. Again, this thing's going to be a budget beater autocross track car, so let's see what it can do. I just want to make it decent enough to the point where I wouldn't get pulled over or the lights won't constantly blow out every time it rains.